Chicago Bears Nation seems to want the Bears to go out and get an interior offensive lineman versus edges Max Crosby and Myles Garrett, though it would be awesome to make the number one defense in the NFL. But I hear you guys, because an interior offensive lineman could change the game for this offense moving forward. Now, the argument is that teams don't trade good offensive linemen in the middle of the season. Let's clear this thing up real quick. They don't trade good young interior offensive linemen in the middle of the season, but they're willing to trade guys that are good and not going to be able to be a part of a 3 or 4 year rebuild. And I got 3 veteran interior offensive linemen that are still young that the Bears can go out and get and revamp this offensive line for years to come. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this episode of Just Another Year Chicago Bears. My name is Nick Brody, and as always, thank you for tuning in. Now, before we begin today's show, hit that like button if you want the Bears to get an interior offensive lineman at the deadline, along with commenting who out of the 3 that I go over today that you want Chicago to trade for. And hey, are you a Bears fan and love Chicago Bears news for free? Hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on all Chicago Bears news and notifications. Now, the first guy that I'm going to go through today is Erza Cleveland from the Jacksonville Jaguars, a guy that the Bears just got to see play in London. Standing at 6'6", 312 pounds, is 26 years old, so he'll be, 29, 30 when he's done with this rebuild if he were to stay in Jacksonville, but he can come to Chicago and play for a contender now in the prime of his career. The former second-round pick out of Boise State has 2 years and $16 million left on his contract, which is not bad at all. In 2024 so far, he is one of the best interior offensive linemen that you can get that isn't young, talented, and rated over 90. Right now, he has a 70.8 overall PFF grade, which is 24th amongst guards, a pass block of 75.4, which is 15th amongst guards, and a run block of 64.6, which is above 30. Again, not the absolute dynamic guy that you're going to go out and get, but he's shown progressive, and he's cheap, and he's young still. 0 penalties, 3 sacks allowed, 2 hits, and 8 pressures so far in 423 snaps. Those are pretty darn good stats if you ask me, and for a big, fast interior guard that's young still and can be a huge improvement at right guard, allowing Matt Pryor and other pieces to be depth pieces on this offensive line versus using them as starters, it's a win-win for everybody. But the Bears also, again, got to see him in London. They understand this guy's playing style. He also got to see how they work as well from a sideline perspective. And on top of it, not a big, massive cap either. He'll be 28 by the end of his contract, can re-sign another one with the Chicago Bears and be in a contender in Chicago for years to come. So it works out for his party, works out for Jacksonville. We'll probably give him a couple picks for him, and it works out for the Chicago Bears. The second guy that I want to get into today is offensive guard Robert Hunt, who we saw 2 weeks ago on the Carolina Panthers. The 6'6", 335-pound guard is 28 years old and is on a 4-year, $100 million contract. Now, just hang on. Let's break this down for you guys. He is one of the best interior offensive guards with no help on a bad Panthers team. 75.2 overall grade through 7 games, 13th best, again, with absolutely 0 help. Pass block of 70.8, which is 29th. Run block of 74.6, which is 13th. Only 1 penalty, 2 sacks, 0 hits, 9 pressures in 419 snaps. He has no help, guys, and he's still a top 15 guard. You give him even a little bit of help, which is an improvement on the Bears' offensive line, as crazy as that is to say, which he'll make the entire line better. He would be easily a top 10 guard in this league, and he's going to be making top 10 guard money. A lot of money there. No denial about that at all. And he is a little bit on the more experienced side, let's say. 20 years old isn't old yet because I'm 27, but at the same time, in the NFL terms for a lineman, he's getting up there. But you get a top 15 guard, too big to get by, insanely quick feet and hands, great athletic ability, very smart, and a solid vet in the prime of his career that can help raise everybody else up. What I would trade for this guy, not much, because of the fact that he is going to be a lot of money for the Chicago Bears team, and his contract absolutely stinks, but a really solid protector. And if Ryan Poles pulled the trigger on this, would likely be sending Nate Davis and somebody else to take some of the cap, at least for the next year and a half. but we'll see what ends up happening. Another solid option for Chicago. And hey, we're still giving away that Tory Taylor jersey. It'll be announced tomorrow to two lucky winners to enter to win. Like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Winners will be announced during our show tomorrow. And the final guy that I want to hit on today is Dylan Parham. The 6'3", 285-pound guard plays for the Las Vegas Raiders and only 25 years old. This is a big stretch, but it would be absolutely worth it. A year and a half left on his rookie contract, only owed $2 million next year. So Chicago is going to have to pay him, but these numbers, they don't lie that he is absolutely top 5, one of the best. 78.7 overall grade, ranked 9th overall. Pass block of 77.3, which is also 9th overall. Run block 74.4, which is 13th overall. 0 penalties, 1 sack, 0 quarterback hits, and only 5 quarterback pressures in 307 snaps. This is someone that you trade a high pick for, that you also go out and sign to an extension. He is everything that the Bears need. He's a solid right guard, can also play center if needed. Just a great player to have on your team. The kid can do it all. He's one of the best in the league. He's young, he's strong, he's fast. He takes on everyone with a chip on his shoulder. And I would love to see the Bears be aggressive in going out and getting Dylan Parham. Quickly, before we get into the whys, I would like to thank today's sponsor, Authentico Organic Tequila, a Chicago-based startup and family-owned out of the city, is making organic tequila and seltzers, because they also own Freshie, out of Guadalajara, Mexico. USDA certified organic, no additives, 3 great flavors, and this stuff is very, very awesome, especially on great game day. Great for palomas, great for margaritas, and anything of your tequila needs. Make sure you go to the link in the description now to get Authentico today. So why these 3 options? Let's go through them all really quick. In regards to Cleveland, still young for a contender, not for a rebuild, would answer our blocking issues at the right guard position on a bad Jags team with a big contract. So you send him over maybe a 4th round pick, you take on his cap for the next 2 years, but you get a solid for sure thing for the years to come. He also played for the Vikings, so he knows this division on top of that too. If you go over to Robert Hunt, veteran that enhances your entire offensive line, great knowledge, big anchor up the middle, but scratch him off. I'm not taking him. His contract's way too big, but I would love, if it was a lot cheaper, I would absolutely take Robert Hunt. And then going to Dylan Parham, I would absolutely take him. I would trade a 3rd for this guy, maybe even another pick later on, because he's young, no big cap hit for the next couple of years, and he's one of the best. A for sure thing, gets to know Caleb Williams now and adjust to this offense. So it'd be a big plus across the board if we bring in any of these guys. I'm leaning towards Cleveland and Parham, though. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts in the comment section below, as always, and put an FGB in there, because why not? But I want you guys to win a Tory Taylor jersey, so hit that subscribe button and like the video if you haven't already. And please stay up to date on all Chicago Bears news and notifications. I hope they stay aggressive at the deadline, and I can't wait to hear more. And by the way, guys, I know if you made it to the end of the video, I'm dealing with a little bit of a family matter right now, so if there's not a video tomorrow, I will still announce 2 winners of the Tory Taylor jersey, but please keep my family in your thoughts and prayers. It's a difficult time right now, but I appreciate all your guys' support. But there will be a live stream on Sunday, so don't worry about that. But with that, thank you as always for tuning in to this episode of Just Another Year Chicago Bears. My name is Nick Rohde, and as always, bear down, baby.